Yes, thank you.
All right, welcome to our yin. Let's yin in. So lots of love for our body in this practice. It's only 30 minutes, maybe 32. So I'm going to get you to start by coming onto your mat and lying down. If you want to keep your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor, that's fine. Otherwise, slide the heels away. Bring your arms down alongside your body and just settle in. Right? So let's begin by letting the body become open. Right? Maybe take off your glasses, take off your watch, maybe let your hair down if it's really tight into a ponytail. Move a little bit around your mat and get out all that fidgeting, because we're going to fidget. We're humans. And then find some stillness. Take 2 deep breaths, and when you exhale, I want you to sigh. So take a nice big inhale. And let it all out. I say 2, maybe you want 3, maybe you need 4. And then bring your breath just back to somewhat of a natural rhythm. And as you inhale, picture a wave of peace washing over you. And as you exhale, picture that wave taking away any stress. So do that a few times. Take a nice deep breath. I'm picturing that nice wave coming in, bringing all kinds of peace. And as I exhale, it's taking all the stress way out to the ocean. So yin, there's 3 principles of yin. And the first one is finding our edge. So when we get into a position, what we want to do is stop right where we feel that first bit of tension. That's what they call the edge. And then we're going to find some stillness, second principle. So that's stillness in our body, stillness in our mind, and stillness in our breath. So we want to take our breaths to be through our nose maybe, and exhale through our nose. So we want them to be quiet. And as we work through our practice, maybe we notice the inhales and exhales get longer and quieter. Now, with that said, if there is something in a pose or shape or anything that I put you in, and you go, I really cannot stay 1 second longer, it doesn't do you any benefit to stay. So come out of it, lie in a shavasana, lie in a child's pose, and just bring out. And don't get mad at yourself. It's okay. You're listening to your body. You're letting your body rule, right? Not your mind. And then the third principle is holding it for time. So 2 to 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. Working some poses can go lots longer, but we want to get past the muscles. So we want the muscles to go on vacation and get into our fascia and our connective tissue and into our bones. So bring your left hand onto your heart and your right hand onto your navel. Take a few more nice grounding breaths. And then soften your eyes, and soften your cheeks, and soften your jaw. Then rock your head side to side, massage the back of your head. And if your legs are extended, we're going to bend the knees and we're going to bring the feet super close towards our glutes. If your knees are still bent, walk your heels closer to your glutes. Now find your block. We're going to lift up through the hips just enough to bring the flat, more secure end of a block under our sacrum, under our pelvic area. Nowhere near your lower lumbar spine. We want this to work. Now, if this is that you say, oh, I think I need a bit more, instead of turning your block on a narrow edge, it's safer if you take 2 blocks on the flat edge. All right. So play with it. See which one can I settle in with, which one can I hold, and which one can I maintain without, holding my breath or anything. Now, a couple of options. Your arms can be along your side with the palms up. Arms can be overhead, giving the upper body a little bit of a stretch. And you'll notice then that that lumbar spine can sink down a little bit deeper. You can slide your legs out long, coming onto your heels, and just letting your feet do whatever they want to do. And then truly give in to that block. And then again, let's think about those principles. Finding our edge. So if the legs are too much when they're out, bend them, bring them back in. We want to wait for our body to say, hey, I've opened up. I'm inviting you to go maybe a little deeper. But deeper's not always better. And stay with your breath. So truly sink in here. Try to let go of your muscles. Try not to use them. Succumb to gravity. And focus on the feeling of heaviness in your hips. So if the mind starts to wander, just come back and say, I am feeling the heaviness in my hips. We're going to do supported bridge for a nice, long, deep, juicy hold tonight. Are you holding tension anywhere? Are your muscles holding you up, or have you truly succumbed to gravity? You're safe. You're supported. Let go. And you quiet your breathing. Now, if your knees are bent, maybe you want to explore taking the legs long. Keyword maybe. If you're feeling you've got your edge still right here, stay right there. If your arms are extended overhead, bring them back down alongside your body. If your legs are extended, bend the knees, walk the feet closer towards your glutes, and you're going to press up just a tiny bit, just enough to scoot the block or blocks out, and then slowly bring your glutes back down to the ground. Hug your knees into your chest. And we're going to go into a reclined child's pose, a wind release. So cross your hands over top of your shins. Roll the tailbone up off the ground. Hug your knees into your chest. Your shoulders are going to stay connected to the ground, to the earth. Your head is going to stay connected to the ground, to the earth. Now, another option is to take the knees, one hand on each shin-ish under the knee, bring the knees slightly away from one another, and keep the tailbone down to the ground. So you can explore with either one, knees together, arms crossed, tailbone slightly rounded. Say, where can I hold this that I'm not going to hold muscle? So the arms are relaxed, shoulders are relaxed. They're not working. Toes and ankles are heavy. So inhale and exhale. Slow, 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 steady breaths. And when you inhale, lengthen your spine. Think about your spine lengthening with every breath in. And when you exhale, pull your knees a little closer. Internally say, I am strong. And then say, I am stronger. I am strong. And I am stronger. Now bring your right arm out to a T with the palm up. Drop both knees over to the right. Coming into a little fetal position with one arm longer than the other. Head down towards the ground. Gonna hang out here. Few breaths. Stay connected to your breath for a couple more breaths. All right, we're going to bring the other arm long and it's going to join the right arm. So hands are on top of one another, arms are in line. Knees are together and feet are together. Draw your knees up a little closer towards your chest, towards your arms. Take a nice big inhale. On your exhale, you're going to start to lift that left arm up towards the sky. Start to open at your chest and go for a nice spinal twist. So bring the opposite hand and your head down to look the other way. If that's a bit too much for your lower back, keeping your knees where they are, try coming into cactus arms. Bring the knees a little further away from your upper body. We want to keep the shoulders anchored and going into that spinal twist. Right? This offers a really nice little gentle compression for our stomach. So again, coming into some digestion here. It stretches our lower back, so that can help us improve with any mobility issues. So again, settle into the stillness. Soften your shoulders and soften your chest. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. Let everything go. Your body and the magic of yin will go deep into our fascia, into our bones. So the fingers maybe curl towards one another. Feel your breath. Feel your heart expand. Feel your ribs expand. And know that every single breath and every moment we take into this pose, we're going to reap the benefits. And then if your gaze is looking towards those left fingers, let's bring our head back up to neutral. Slowly, we're going to bring that left hand. It's going to come back, join the right hand. Then we're going to bend both arms and bring them underneath our ear, underneath our head, into that little fetal position, but with a resting little pillow. Close your eyes. Let your body rebound from that twist. One more breath. All right, we're going to extend the bottom arm long so that we make a pillow with our bicep. Top leg is going to come long, so its toes are going to point towards your shoulder. Back leg is going to stay bent, but you're going to try to reach for the top of your foot and bring that leg back. Bring the hip back, bring the quad back into a little, they call this pulling its tail. So it's a nice quad stretch. It also gives our spine a little twist. Find that edge where you're feeling that first little bit of there's my quad, and then stop. Now, if the head down the ground's not comfortable for you, feel free to bend your elbow and rest your head into your hand. And breathe. Quads get nice and tight. It's nice to take this opportunity to give it a nice stretch. Got the spinal twist still. Lots of spine health for this practice. Right. If your backhand has that back foot, just let it go. And then you're going to slide onto your belly. But as you slide onto your belly, that top leg that is stretched is going to bend into half frog. So you're going to bring your hip points down to the ground, chest to the ground, stack your hands on top of one another with the elbow points out. Your left knee is going to be up towards your hip line and your foot's going to be flexed. So ankle in line with your knee and sink down. Little hip opener. Then we'll slide that leg nice and long, extend it long. Realign your hips and then bring that right knee up towards your hip. Bring your ankle and your foot and your ankle in line with your knee. Sink back down into your wisdom. Sink onto your hands. Get your chest heavy. Even your armpits, let them go. One more breath. And slide that leg back in line. You're going to roll over onto your left side. Stack your arms. Bring your your left arm underneath. Right top leg is going to come all the way along. We're going to cat pulling its tail on this side. Back leg, you're going to try to find your foot and then drag, use it, bring that quad further away and sink in. Again, you can come up onto your arm. You want to cradle your head. Whatever feels right for you, that you can stay here for a few moments. Well, for those nice, slow, steady breaths, can you inhale through your nose? And when you quietly exhale through your nose, can you still your breathing and quiet your mind? Soften your body, soften your muscles. We're here for a little bit longer. Right, slowly let go of that back leg. Drop the arm down to the ground. Bring the other leg, the long extended leg, back in. Both arms come into that fetal position. Use your hands and your bicep as a little pillow. Bring your knees up. And we're going to roll. You're on that fetal position. So we're going to stay in the fetal position, but bring the bottom arm long. So in line with your shoulders into that top arm. So our right arm now joins the left arm. Hands are touching, fingers are touching, knees are together, feet are together, and drag your knees a little closer up towards your belly, towards your chest. Now we'll go for that little spinal twist here. So take a nice big inhale. And as you exhale, reach the arm up towards your ceiling and then drag it all the way across behind you to open up your chest. Can you keep your shoulders anchored? If you want to explore what it feels like with cactus arms, feel that. Now your head can stay straight up looking towards the sky, but close your eyes and soften your cheeks. If it feels good for your neck, you can look over towards those right fingertips and settle in. Do that nice twist on this side of our body. Let the fingers roll into one another. And breathe. Few more breaths. Continue to sink and succumb and let go. Remember, gravity's got us. The floor has us. Our mat has us. Truly let go. Take one more nice, beautiful breath. And then we'll roll right onto our back. Might use your feet to realign your hips, your back, and your shoulders. And we're going to lengthen the legs, extend both legs nice and long. Let your feet fall in, let your feet fall out, let your feet fall whatever way they like. Bring your arms along the side of your body with your palms up. Pick up those shoulders and wiggle them down your back. Any fidgeting that you have to do, fidget now before you settle right in. Whatever your body might be craving, listen to it. And then find a place of stillness. And once you've found your stillness, release your bones. Let go completely. You're ready for Shavasana. Close your eyes. It's time to relax. Enjoy this. Enjoy being relaxed. And you take the next minute and sink even further. Now slowly start to bring some movements to your fingers and your toes. Slowly, no rush. Move your head from side to side. Move your wrists. Move them in one direction. Move them the other. Lift your legs off the ground enough to move your ankles. Make some nice circles. There is an old Taoist saying that if you roll your ankles in circles every day, you will never die of a heart attack. So let's roll our ankles one way and let's roll our ankles the other way. And then when you're ready, hug your knees into your chest. Make yourself tiny, make yourself small, small, small. Take a deep breath, inhale. And on your exhale, bring your head to your knees and your knees to your head. Make yourself small and round as you can, as small as a 10-pound turkey. You're tiny, tiny, tiny. And then release it. Stretch your whole body like you've never stretched before. And then when you're ready, spiral up. Find a nice, easy seated pose, whatever that is for you. And we're going to bring our hands up towards the sky. Join your fingers and join your thumbs. And join the palms together, but keep a little space so your heart can shine through. Bring your hands down to your heart. Bow your head. And I hope that this practice brought you peace and that you may share this peace with the world. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed the practice. I'm sure your body did.